Well, assuring a bright future for the state of Oklahoma certainly depends on our being innovative in the areas of science and technology, but it's also important for us to preserve our cultural and artistic heritage, which is just one of the goals of Oklahoma's Arts Institute. Our Rusty Munns spent 10 days at Oklahoma's Quartz Mountain Lodge as young people from across the state took part in this yearly event.
The Quartz Mountains of southwest Oklahoma are sacred to the Native Americans. To the Kiowa especially, these mountains are set aside for important tribal ceremonies and rituals. The Native Americans placed a high value on preservation of their heritage and their culture. They went to great lengths to teach their children those things they considered to be essential knowledge. Another kind of sacred place is the performance stage, that place where the ritual of performance is presented to the audience. There is such a place today at Quartz Mountain, and it is the heart of the Oklahoma Summer Arts Institute. For 2 weeks each June, high school students from across Oklahoma come to Quartz Mountain State Park for an intensive, professional-level arts experience. Courses of study include orchestra, modern dance, photography, chorus, drawing and painting, film and video, ballet, writing, and acting.
Before I came to OSAI, I never really thought about art as something you could do for the rest of your life. When you're exposed to something like this and you see how good art can be, it's just like, this is a part of me that I have to do for the rest of my life.
I always thought of Quartz Mountain as a 2-week escape from the real world. The best 2 weeks ever. You not only get to study your craft, but you get to study the crafts of 8 other disciplines. We get to work with different faculty from all over the world, and they just bring their different styles to us, and we all get to work with them. And on the social aspect, you meet so many new people, and you make really great friends.
Everyone there is just so talented, and it's so rich, and teenagers my age, people that are like really, they're disciplined, they really want to get stuff done, they're there because they want to be there.
I felt like for the first time in my entire life, I was surrounded by people who understood what it was like to want to be completely immersed in art. It was really inspiring for me to meet so many kids my age who truly invest themselves in the practice of art.
That's exactly what it takes.
The payoff for all the effort comes at the end of the second week when the artists and photographers show their work in the gallery opening. The film class shows their video documentary. And the actors, writers, dancers, and musicians perform for a packed house of appreciative fans. The story of the Oklahoma Summer Arts Institute is a big one, and we can't tell it all at once. We'll have features on the photography class and the chorus later in today's show, and we'll take a closer look at the other disciplines when we revisit Quartz Mountain in January.
Well, joining me now is Anina Collier with the Oklahoma Arts Institute. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm always pleasantly surprised by just how creative our state's young people are.
Oh, absolutely. And not only just creative, but professional. When you see their performances throughout the 2 weeks, it's amazing that they're just high school students. It's a caliber of performance that you wouldn't expect.
How did it all get started?
It got started in 1977. It was an idea of then Governor David Boren, and he wanted to further arts education for Oklahoma's young people. And Mary Frates was the founder of the Arts Institute. The first summer program was held at Camp Egan in Tahlequah, and it's been going strong ever since.
So how much does something like this, how much does it cost?
Well, that's one really special part of the Summer Arts Institute. Every student who's accepted automatically receives a full scholarship to attend. That scholarship covers tuition, room, and board, and it ensures that every student has the opportunity to study with nationally renowned artists.
Who teaches at the Institute? I've heard there's some really big names down there.
There are. Starting with the very first summer, Maria Tallchief was the first ballet instructor. And fast forward to this year, we had an Academy Award-winning director, Ross Kaufman, teach our film program. We had a New York City ballet dancer, Deanna McBrearty, teach ballet. In the past, we've had Pulitzer Prize-winning author N. Scott Momaday. We've had famous visual artists Fritz Scholder and Mike Larson. So it's a strong tradition to bring in nationally renowned artists.
Well, we know about the Summer Arts Institute, but you also have a fall event. Tell me a little bit about it.
That's right. The fall event is for anyone ages 21 and older, and unlike the summer, it's not competitive. You just sign up and you can come. We have workshops for artists of all ability levels, from beginning artist to professional artists. We have also many Oklahoma public school teachers attend, and public school teachers automatically get full scholarships to come. It covers tuition, room, and board.
And when is it?
It's over 2 weekends in October and 2 weekends in November. There's a variety of workshops. You select which one, and that's the weekend you can come. You check in Thursday night and you check out Sunday afternoon.
Thank you, Anina. Anina Collier with the Oklahoma Arts Institute. Now, not all of the learning at the Summer Arts Institute happens inside the boundaries of the Quartz Mountain Resort. Instructors take full advantage of their surroundings and the unique features southwestern Oklahoma offers. Let's take a look.
We wanted to sort of get the students out into the field. I wanted to encourage them to sort of find something that they were most interested in, some subject matter that they can kind of take to the next level. So I didn't want to close them in by giving specific assignments, telling them they had to do one thing or the other. So we did several road trips. We went into Mangum, we went into Hobart, we went into Granite, and right off the bat, so without really having too much class time, we just sort of went out in the field, and that's where we got to learn about each other. The camera for me was my ticket into life, if you will. It was an excuse to go into situations that without it, I would probably feel very uncomfortable getting involved with. So for me, it was a ticket into an extraordinary life.
Stuff we're down here, they even move upstairs yet.
Some of the things that I saw that the students had done were really quite astounding.
Being around other people that love what they do, like Steve Simon, our photography teacher, who absolutely loves what he does, and he's the most humble, amazing person, and just like, you can see how much he loves it when he's working with us, that really comes out, and that makes you, look at that and say, I want to do something that's that amazing and that I love that much one day.
Being here for 2 weeks it's a wonderful vacation from reality. It's just me and my camera, basically, and whatever experiences that are thrown at me. It's sort of like a miniature world all into its own, where photographers can interact with celebrities if they want to, where it's sort of like the popular kids become, like the Angelina Jolie or the Clark Gables of the world. But, or it's just, everyone can find their strengths very easily and what they're interested in.
Quartz Mountain students in the performing arts demonstrate what they've learned with a concert or recital at the end of camp. For the visual artists, including the photographers and painters, it's the gallery opening.
But I wasn't prepared for the work that we were able to achieve. I was really pleased to see that every single student has come up with something very personal and specific to them. Their vision comes through very strongly in their work.
Well, joining me now is our Rusty Munns. Well, Rusty, I know that you've been putting a lot of your personal time in on this project. Why do you think it's so important?
Rob, let me give you some background. I first went to the Summer Arts Institute at Quartz Mountain in 1984 on assignment. I didn't know anything about it. And from the minute I got there, I was completely hooked on what an amazing place it is and what amazing impact it's having on the students who were there, and ultimately even on the state of Oklahoma. I think it's a treasure that we just don't know enough about.
Now, certainly there's a lot of things going on. What was the biggest challenge while you were shooting it?
Well, while I was shooting, the biggest challenge was just keeping up with everything, because there's 9 different disciplines. They've got classes going on all day long, plus other activities, and just trying to get it all shot was quite a challenge. Fortunately, I had a little bit of help, so I didn't have to do it all by myself.
So what are we going to see next?
What we're going to see next is a brief, condensed version of the choir performance from the second week.
All right, let's take a look.